Well, in the last lesson, we covered a variety of things, and I hope you learned a lot. We covered the 7 sections of a Word document, the document space, the quick access toolbar, then the tabs, then the ribbon, the status bar, the backstage, and then lastly, the help area. We also talked about 2 main points that are important for you to remember, and that is active learning is a process by which a student takes control over their own learning and thinking capabilities to produce solutions that are valuable. And it's much better than passive learning, where they just sit and they listen to someone lecture at the top. Now, I'm not at the top of the classroom. Now, I'm not saying that lecturing is bad. I'm not saying that at all. We need lectures. We definitely need lectures. But students also learn a variety of different ways, and it helps to basically provide them options of how to do active learning. So we talked about active learning a little bit in the reading portion, as well as how Microsoft is a great tool to support and foster active learning in our students in the classroom. And then you saw a video that was by Miles, a graduate student, that really talked about the value of doing what's called low stakes writing, where students set aside the fact that they're going to be graded and they actually start to think about and write or type their thoughts about something. This actually leads to critical thinking skills, which is very helpful. And so now let's jump into lesson 1, which covers the basics of Microsoft Word. I'm going to go ahead and, of course, you're looking at my desktop with the sailboats here. There's an icon at the bottom here. I'll go ahead and click on that. That brings up a blank document. I'll click on this. And I'm going to kind of just take you on a little bit of a whirlwind tour of the basics of using Microsoft Word. Now, some of the things I'm going to cover are not in the reading section, so don't worry too much about some of the details, but I think you'll see some things that I'm going to do that will be of help to you, that will show you kind of an overview of what you can do with Microsoft Word. So let's go ahead and in the center part, we'll type a particular sentence. Teachers hold the most important role in a child's life other than parents, because they foster the student to be a critical thinker and contributor to society. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go through all these tabs, beginning with File. First, what we want to do is save it. Notice right now it's called Document 1 at the top here. We'll go ahead and click Save. Now, there's a little icon here that you can click to save it automatically, but right now let's just click on File and then Save. And when you click on Save, you'll see a Browse button. We can click on that to see where we want to actually save this document. So it goes to your desktop and your File Explorer, or if you're on a Mac, it goes to the place where your folders are listed, and you can go ahead and let's save it on the desktop. So I click Desktop, and then I'll just say my document, and I click Save. You'll notice at the top here, the title is now My Document. So we've clicked the first tab. The second tab allows you to do formatting. So let's go ahead and format this particular paragraph. So we highlight it. We can then enlarge it. For those of you who are watching this on an iPhone, you'll appreciate that, so you can see it. We can boldface it, and we can underline it, and we can give it different colors. So basically, that allows you to format the text. Now, some of you are thinking, please get rid of the red. Whenever I want to undo something, I do Control Z. If I want to redo it, I do Control Y. Control Z undoes it, Control Y does it, Control Z undoes it. So whenever you do something and it's kind of like that last thing I did, I wish I could undo it, you can go ahead and just click on Control Z. Or you can go up here and you'll notice this is an undo feature. And then if you want to redo it, you can go ahead and click on this little right arrow. Okay, so that's Home. It does formatting. Insert allows you to insert things. Later we'll insert a table, but right now let's insert a picture. So you can go ahead and click on Picture here. Let's go ahead and click on the icon for the 21st century class. And there you have it. You can insert a picture right into the location. Then there's Design that allows you to design some of the titles and the style of your paragraphs. There's page layout. You can modify the margins here. You can also change the orientation. So if I want to change it from portrait to landscape, I can go ahead and click on landscape and it changes that. I'll go ahead and go back to portrait. Then if we go to references, this basically allows you to do like table of contents. If you go to mailings, you can do what's called a mail merge and mail a variety of people with the content of what's in your particular document. We won't cover that. If you're interested in that, go ahead and type in mail merge, how to do a mail merge in Microsoft Word. Review is excellent. People can actually comment on things. Or what you can do is you can click here on track changes. And if someone's going to add to your document, hi, this is Bob. I want to add something. It puts a little red bar on the side here that actually indicates a change has been made and where the change has been made. I would get used to some of these features, which are outstanding, because, like for instance, if this is your document and you'd like to accept the change, just go ahead and click on accept change, and then it removes that bar indicating that you've accepted the change. Then there's the View tab. The View tab allows for you to modify some of the options for the print layout, working with outline. Of course, you can zoom on text if you want. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and hit here, then I can zoom on text, and we can zoom into 200%. So, of course, an easier way to do zoom is go down to your status bar and just move this little line right here. I'm going to move it back to the center. There we go. And then I have something here on Acrobat. Most people don't have that, but just be concerned about the first 9 here, from File to View. If you have an older version of Microsoft Word, you may have different names for the tabs. That's totally okay. Now, up here, there are some nice little features. This is the Quick Access Toolbar. Now, let's say you use bold a lot. So when you go here, you have the bold button, and you don't want to keep clicking on home and bold. Well, what you can do is you can right-click on the B and just click Add to Quick Access Toolbar. You click there, and lo and behold, it appears there. So now what you can do is, instead of going into a tab, then into the ribbon, and then moving your mouse over the B, you just go ahead and click on the B here. Now, for those of you who have English language learners in your particular class, I would really encourage you to add this particular feature. If you click on this down arrow, you can click on More Commands. Then what you can do is you can go ahead and view these commands, and if there are any that are of interest to you, go ahead and add them. But not all the commands are shown. And so instead of doing popular commands, let's do all commands. Let's go ahead and scroll down to speech to text. And so we'll look for speech to text. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. There are a lot of features in Microsoft Word. So if you click on here, you'll notice it says speak. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And we'll go ahead and add it by clicking here on the center. And it adds it to the toolbar, the Quick Access Toolbar. So then I can go ahead and click on OK. And then lo and behold, what I can do, or your English language learners, if they like the text read to them, you can highlight it, and then you click on this. Okay, so you're saying, I probably didn't hear that. So I'm going to unplug my headphones, and I'm going to play this again.
Teachers hold the most important role in a child's life other than parents because they foster the student to be a critical thinker and contributor to society. Hi, this is Bob. I want to add something.
Okay, so there you have it. Adding that little feature allows for students to have the text read to them, and they can practice reading. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is how to add a table. It's really easy. Let's add a table inside here. You know, I still have editing on. That's fine. We go to Insert, and you'll see something here that's called a table. And you can just click on that, choose the number of rows and choose the number of columns, and there you have it. You have a table that's inserted, and then you can type your headings. So in the reading portion, you'll see another way to actually create the table, but I just wanted to show you that particular overview. So remember, at certain points, you can go ahead and click Save. I just now can just click that little disk. That saves it. And if you want to close the entire document, you can go to the right X here and click Close. And after having done that, it's saved on my desktop. And so let's reopen it on my desktop. And of course, that's why it's good to name it something very helpful. And so I named it, I believe, My Document. There we go. And so you can always go back to your file folder, click on the document, and it opens it again. Great. So now jump right into the reading. Thanks so much.